Hello students, good morning. Now in today's session, we'll try to cover the following basic concepts that are point function, or it is also called as state function, path function, what is thermodynamic equilibrium, and what is quasi-static process. Now in the previous video, we have already discussed what is the state of the system. This is the initial state and this is the final state of the system. What is the path? What is the process? That we have already discussed. Now we will see what is state function and what is the path function. Okay. Now first we will see what is the point function, or it is also called as state function. Now it is called as point function because its value of that property is represented by just point on the diagram. Now see here, this is the state 1, this is the first point. It represents the value of the pressure, it represents the value of the volume, initial properties. This is the state 2. This point represents the final value of final pressure and value of final volume. Okay, that means the point function is a function whose values can be represented by just point on the diagram. Okay, now second point in the point function or state function is value depends on end states. Values depends on end states. Okay, now see, these are the two end states 1 and 2. And what is said, values of the point or state function depends on end state and not on the path followed. Now here in this 1-2 process we have shown two paths, path A and path B. But if you follow the path A, you will get finally the final pressure will be P2, final volume will be V2. Or if you follow the path B, final pressure and final volume value remains unchanged. That means these properties does not depend on the path, only depends on the end states. That means we can define point function or state function is a function whose values depends only on end state and not the path followed to reach that space, to reach that state. Okay. Now the next thing in the state function or point function, to calculate this change, to calculate change in volume or change in pressure, we can write the change in pressure as dV is equal to V2 minus V1. It change can directly calculate it final minus initial. Hence these point functions are exact differential. Okay, this was about the point function. Okay, now we will see what is path function. What is path function? Okay, now in the path function, the value of that function or value of that property depends on end states as well as path. Value of the property depends on end state as well as path. Here in the state function, value depends only on state, not on the path. Okay? That the example of the state function is pressure, volume, temperature. Its value depends only on the end state, not path. But here in the path function, value of that function or property depends end state as well as path followed. And the examples of the path functions are work and heat. These are the path function. Now see, from this figure, we will see how the work is a path function. Okay. Now we have shown the process 1, 2 and we have shown the 3 possible processes. Path A, path B and path C. 3 processes, process A, process B, or you can say process C. And we know that in the pivot diagram, area under the curve in the PV diagram shows the work transfer. area below that path or curve of the process shows the work transfer during that process. Okay. Now here in this figure, n states are same, but here the area below path A is not equal to area below path B, which is not equal to area below path C. The area is different of every process, of every path. As area is different, hence we can say that work transfer during path A is not equal to work transfer during path B is not equal to work transfer during path C. That means though the end states are same, but work is different during every path, because hence we can say that it is a path function. It is a path function. Okay. And here in this path function, the path functions are depends on the path function depends on path. They do not depend on the end state. Hence, these path functions are inexact differential. They are inexact differential. These are the exact differential. Change in volume can be V2 minus 2, change in pressure, final pressure minus initial pressure. But these are not the state functions, these are the path functions, and these are inexact differential and written as delta W or delta Q, differential of work or differential of the heat. That is delta, it is represented by delta. Okay, this was about the path function. Okay. Now we will see what is thermodynamic equilibrium of system, or when we can say that system is under thermodynamic equilibrium. Now equilibrium means there should be something common or balanced. Something common or balanced. Now it is say when we say that the system is under thermodynamic equilibrium if it attains the following three states of equilibrium simultaneously at a time. If it attains all three equilibriums, then it is said that the system is under thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay. Now it should attain thermal equilibrium simultaneously, mechanical equilibrium, it should attain the chemical equilibrium also. Then we will say that the system is under thermodynamic equilibrium. Now what is thermal equilibrium? The system is under thermal equilibrium when in a system temperature of system do not change with time. That means temperature of the system remains constant. Whatever is the temperature now after 5 minutes, it is same. They do not change with time. Temperature remains same. Second point for thermal equilibrium. Second requirement for the thermal equilibrium, that same temperature at every point of the system. At every point, everywhere in the system, temperature should be same. Then we will say that the system is under thermal equilibrium. System is under thermal equilibrium. Now the second condition for thermodynamic equilibrium is mechanical equilibrium. When we see that the system is under mechanical equilibrium, when in the system there are no unbalanced forces within the system. Okay. Now consider the cylinder piston arrangement. This is the system. Now here the pressure exerted by the system and by the piston, they are same. That means resulting pressure or resulting force is 0. There are no unbalanced forces, hence that piston is stable. Piston is stationary because there are no unbalanced forces. That means system is under mechanical equilibrium. Now the third condition for this thermodynamic equilibrium is chemical equilibrium. What is chemical equilibrium? When in the system the chemical composition is same everywhere. The chemical composition is same everywhere. It doesn't change, and no chemical reaction takes place in the system. Okay, then we will say that the system is under chemical equilibrium, and if the system satisfies all these three states of equilibrium, then we will say that the system is under thermodynamic equilibrium. Okay. Now the next term is quasi-static process. What is quasi-static process? Now see here, the quasi-static process means in that process system will be equilibrium. System will be equilibrium at all intermediate states. At all intermediate states. Now consider this cylinder piston arrangement. Now initially the state is P1, V1, T1. This is the state of this system. Now if we remove the whole weight, suddenly the pressure on the system will, force on the system will be reduced, expansion of the system will take place, and it will attain the next equilibrium at 2. There is no equilibrium between these 1 and 2. If we remove the whole weight, okay, initially before removing this weight, equilibrium at state 1 was existing, and after removing the whole weight, the equilibrium at state 2, there was no intermediate equilibrium. Now to get the equilibrium at all intermediate state, what we will do, we will divide this weight into number of small pieces. Okay? Now suppose when first piece is removed, okay, pressure on the system will be reduced to a very small extent, and there will be also similarly very small amount of expansion take place. Very small amount of increase in volume takes place. Suppose if we remove the first weight, now the volume reaches here. This is the increase in the volume, and the system here, when piston reaches here, the system comes to the equilibrium state. We can represent the next equilibrium will be here. Now again, if we remove the second weight, again there will be small decrease in pressure, increase in volume, next equilibrium state will be here. In this way, by removing the pieces one by one, we will get the equilibrium at all intermediate states. That is called as the quasi-static process. Hence, the next requirement for the quasi-static process is carried out very or extremely slowly, because at all intermediate state the system should be under equilibrium. There should not be unbalanced forces, hence this process should be carried out extremely slowly. And next point for the quasi-static process that you have to remember is all reversible processes are quasi-static. Okay, friends, this was about the quasi-static process, and today we have covered what is the point function, what is the path function, then what is thermodynamic equilibrium, and what is quasi-static process. Now in the next session, we will see the remaining terms in the thermodynamics. Thank you very much.